Whenever I structure an option trade, I'm often looking for a situation where I'm going to receive a premium payment that's equal to 1% per week for each week that the option trade is open. And if you do the math, 1% per week return on my investment, well, that's 4% every month, which is an annualized return of 48%. Well, yesterday I was talking with one of my coaching students and made this same statement while describing some of my option trading goals. Now, I don't know if he didn't hear me or if he was surprised by my 1% per week goal, but he asked me to repeat it. So then after I went over it, he called me out and said I needed to prove it. He gave me 1 week, and he bet me that I couldn't prove it given the current market conditions. Now I'm not one to back down from a challenge, so I immediately pulled over and said, hey, let's talk terms. What are the exact details of this bet? So here's what we ended up agreeing upon. I've got to set up and execute an options trade, and it could be either a covered call or a cash secure put. But my goal is to set it up so that I receive a total premium payment that has a 1% return on my investment. And then he said to make it interesting, it has to be an option with a 1 week expiration date. And then the ultimate question, what's on the line? Well, the loser is going to end up buying lunch for the winner. Did you know that there's over 8,000 stocks listed between the American Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, and the NASDAQ? And out of those stocks, only 5,000 of them are available for options trading. So that means I've got to go through over 5,000 optionable stocks to pick the one that helps me prove my point and win this bet. Now, if I spend just 5 minutes reviewing each of these stocks, that's a total of 25,000 minutes. And another way to think of this is, well, that's 416 hours or just over 17 days. Well, obviously that's not going to work. I've got just 1 week to go through those 5,000 stocks, find the one that's going to help me prove my point, select an option trading strategy, execute that option trade, and walk away with a 1% return on my investment. So now the gauntlet was thrown down and the race is on for me to try to find a profitable option trade. So I fired up my one-button stock screener and set off to work. This was time for me to protect my reputation and put my money where my mouth is. Plus, I'm also thinking about that free lunch. And then all that hard work paid off because I found the perfect option trade. Okay, so this option trade isn't perfect, but it's at least enough to demonstrate my stance on profitable option trading. And I think it's enough to help me win the bet. So not only do I make profit from the option trade, I'm also getting a free lunch. Getting through all those stocks and finding the right one wasn't easy. But as it turns out, I know somebody who knows a guy who's got a secret weapon called the one-button stock screener. I use this tool every single day that I option trade because it helps me go from 5,000 stocks down to the 10 or 15 stocks that I'm really interested in. Back when I first started option trading, I remember at the end of every closing day, I would spend hours just going through all the stocks to try to figure out which ones I would be using for option trading on the very next day. It got so bad that I would actually end up missing dinner with my family because I was spending so much time just looking for the right stocks. And that's exactly why I created the one-button stock screener, so I could actually get my life back and not spend so much time researching stocks. I can actually enjoy dinner with my family and spending evenings with my loved ones. And so I don't want you to have to go through the same struggles that I had to go through. And that's why I'm making my one-button stock screener available and free for you to download. Just visit my site, simplestockscreener.com, and download your copy today. At this point, I'm so excited, it feels like I just won an online gaming tournament. Hey, but at this point, I've only found a stock. I still got to execute the option trade. But I'm feeling kind of nervous. You know that funny feeling you get when you know how to do something, but you're running against time and you may not make it? And it's not because you don't know how, it's just because you may run out of time. Well, that's exactly how I felt. So I got to make sure I get this through and get this option in place. So it's all about getting to my brokerage account, configuring the option trade, submitting the order, and hopefully getting that order filled quickly. Okay, truth be told, I'm feeling a little bit of stress right now. But once I can get this order submitted and filled, I'll feel a lot better. So here's the actual transaction record from my account history. And you can see that I sold a covered call for a firm, stock symbol AFRM. It's got a $22.50 strike price and an expiration date of July 15th of 2022. Now, right here you can see I submitted this order on July 13th of 2022. So this option has a 2-day expiration. Now my order was filled on July 13th that morning at 9:51 a.m. Pacific time. Now at the time this order was filled, it was paying 26 cents per share in premium. And so for selling this covered call option contract, I received a total premium payment of $26. That's great. So I was able to sell a covered call in the time frame that I needed. This is a 2-day option trade, and I was actually given a week, so I'm doing it sooner. But the big question is, am I getting a 1% return on my investment? Well, the only way to know that is if we do a couple of quick calculations. I'll leave the transaction record up so we can refer to it. Now, my cost basis for the 100 shares of AFRM that I purchased was $19.23 per share. So my total investment for the 100 shares that I own is $1,923. Now, for using those shares as collateral to sell the covered call, I received a premium payment of 26 cents per share, giving me a total premium payment that I received of $26. So now we can calculate the return on my investment. I received $26 as the premium payment. The cost of my investment was $1,923, giving me an ROI of 1.3%. This is perfect. This is exactly what I needed. Not only did I prove my point about being able to receive a premium payment equal to 1% per week for each week that the option's open, but I also met the terms and conditions to win the bet. I got more than 1% per week. In fact, I did it with just a 2-day option contract. And now there's nothing left for me to do but sit and wait for 2 days to find out what happens on the expiration date. So if the stock price finishes above my strike price, the option will get exercised and my shares will get assigned to the buyer. But that's okay, because I'm making profit from the stock price appreciation, plus I still get to keep my full premium payment that I received. But if on the expiration date the market price finishes below my strike price, that means the option contract expires worthless, I end up keeping my shares, and I still get to keep the premium payment that I received, and still getting that 1% return. You can get immediate access to my trade alert notifications by joining my Simple Trading Room community. Be sure to use the special link that I've included in the description below so you can join in on the action. There's one last thing before I end this video. Now, making profits and generating an income from option trading is a great thing, but keep in mind that all gains made from trading are considered income and are subject to applicable tax considerations. So every month, I save a portion of the profits that I earned in order to pay for my federal and state taxes. So please consult with your CPA, licensed financial advisor, and or tax preparer regarding the tax liabilities for your unique situation. If you're still watching this video, I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I also want to wish you good luck and lots of success with all of your trades. So if the stock price finishes... So I got to make sure I get this through and... Get it executed, get it sold, get this option in place.